or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Eva. I sell vintage on Etsy Marketplace, and I just make these videos for fun and entertainment. Today I have some shop along footage, and I also have a haul. I have a haul of some hard goods and something that I really haven't ever done on this channel, and that is I actually bought a jewelry jar and I am gonna share it with you. Now, it's not an unboxing, like an unjarring, because honestly I couldn't wait, so I pretty much already tore into that thing. So I have a lot of you that follow me that also follow jewelry channels, or you have your own jewelry channel and you are my jewelry Yodas. I go to you for advice, I go to you to learn, and you are helping me because I don't really know that much about jewelry. Now, I am wearing some bling today. Yes, I am. I have this beautiful tennis bracelet that I just ordered from my friend Hannah at Hannah's Heirlooms. And I'm gonna link her channel below because if you're not following her, you're gonna want to. It is beautiful. This sucker it's not real, but man, it looks real and it feels real. It also goes with my necklace. I don't know if you can see this, but this necklace is beautiful, also heavy, really pretty. This is a Monet necklace, and I just found this in the jewelry jar that I'm going to show you all the things that I found, because I found a bunch of silver in this jar. And I don't think that's usually the norm. From what I'm seeing on other unboxings and unjarrings, I don't know that I should have found this much silver. I feel like I'm in my Yukon Cornelius stage. If you don't know who Yukon Cornelius is, he was a character in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when we were growing up, who was always on the search for treasure. He was always on a search for silver and gold. He had a little pickaxe. He'd always pick in the snow. He would like lick it and be like, nothing. Enjoy this shopping footage and come right back because I have a haul for you of what I bought when I was shopping, including the jewelry jar.
You ever went thrifting at a place that was jam-packed full? You could barely get in the aisles, but also was a little scary? That was this place that I just recently found. I had no idea it was there, and this place was jam-packed full. The problem is, there were a lot of little areas that I don't know if I should have been shopping in. You'll see in a minute. I looked in this one room and it was just trash bags and all of this stuff just thrown in there. And I don't know what was in there right here. I'm like, should I walk in there? I don't think I want to be in there. What is this? Everything in here was for sale, but you had to dig, and I mean dig, and it was kind of dirty. That was quite the experience, but we moved on down to another place that I really love to go, and this place was a lot cleaner and it did have some really nice treasures. I bought a few things in this place I'll show you here in a minute on my haul, but enjoy this shopping footage for a moment. I found this really cool box, and I actually did purchase this. I paid up for it a little bit. It's $15, but when I looked it up, I'm going to show you in my haul, it was actually going for a lot more. In my last video, I was talking about how I couldn't find Pyrex or anything, and then of course, what do you know, I run into it in this store quite a few times. Here was some more Pyrex I ran into that day. Now, these were not like the most desirable colors, and the prices weren't horrible like for collectors, but they were still priced upwards. I don't think you would probably buy that if you were going to try to resell it. Intrigued by this kitty cat. He's squishy and his eyes move. Do you guys do that? Do you go around and squish things? always has lots of needle points and crewels, just wonderful, wonderful things. She also makes these little flowers. They're like acrylic flowers, so they're so cute. They're all throughout her booth. I don't usually find a lot in there to resell just because she is a reseller, so she has things marked at retail. But I do like to go in there and wander around. It is a nice place to be.
I found some really cool brass items. I did find this little candle holder with the 2 swans. I have sold several sets of just swans by themselves that were brass, but I think this is really cool. I wish that there would have been a set of them, but I did only find one. I got this little sign. This is so cute. Born to Shop, and it's the little Holly Hobby character. It's dated on the back. I think 1986. On this really cool piece, this is Mexican folk art. And I only knew that because I've run into this before. At an auction one time, I bought a candelabra that was punched tin and it was made in Mexico. And I sold that for a lot of money. I will put it up on the screen. I was able to find a Florentine tray. I am always on the lookout for these. And guys, they are expensive. Now, this is small and lightweight. You would think that it would not be expensive, but these go for 40, 50, 60 bucks online. This one's in great condition and it does have the Florence mark and this little stamp right there. This is in the shopping footage. I ran across this box. I did pay $15 for it, which is a little high for me, not knowing how well this is going to do. But I did research it and look it up. It is kind of like a courtship box and it has a special name for it. It's hand painted. I love a hand painted box. Boxes do sell well. It was in great condition. The hinge was in great condition. The inside was in great condition. I do have it priced kind of up because the ones I researched online that had sold for quite a bit. So we shall see how this does. If it doesn't do well, I do have enough room and cushion that I can mark it down. I found this beautiful brass fan sconce. I love this thing. There were 2. I really wanted the set, but the other fan was very damaged and all the hard goods I got. Now let's go peek and see what jewelry I got. So I went to this place called Rare Bird Antiques. It's in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Way down on a low shelf, we saw 3 jewelry jars and I picked one up and I thought, you know, it looks kind of interesting. I saw like one thing in there that I wanted. It was $25. I grabbed it. So I brought that home, I went through it, and guys, I found so much silver in this jar. I texted my husband at work because I picked this jar up and I told him, I said, hey, I picked one of those jars up and there's a lot of silver in it. And he was like, wow, really? And he was like, you should have got the other jar. And I was like, yeah, it's no big deal. I don't want to spend any more money on it. But that day when he got home from work, he had a little brown bag. He said, I went by and got the other jewelry jar. And the great thing was, I don't know if they did this on purpose. All the earrings in the first jar that I found that didn't have a match were in the second jar. So I was able to reunite them. But anyway, let's go through some of this jewelry so you can see it. I've never done this before, so please be kind and patient with me if you would.
Well, I could not find anywhere that had good lighting. So I did go out on my deck, but unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to do a voiceover for most of this because it was very windy and all you could hear was my wind chimes. I'm just showing an overview here of all the items I took out that I thought were good. They were in good shape. So one of the first pieces that I found that I actually checked to see if the closure itself was sterling, and it was this really pretty little multi-strand necklace. And forgive me, I don't know if these have a special name. If they do, let me know. but I know they're really pretty and I've seen them before. But I did check the closure on this, and both the closures were marked 925. Some of these, I don't know if the camera gets down where you can see it, but they were marked sterling on these. The next thing I found that was marked sterling was this really pretty brooch. It does show a little bit of wear, but it was marked Bow, the name Bow on there. And then it had the STER on there as well. So I do think that that is sterling. I found this really pretty cross, which I had a feeling might be sterling. I wasn't sure if that blue is considered turquoise or could be turquoise. Does it come in that color? But really pretty, right? And so I tested the little top, which the top does have a 2.5 on it, which I'm assuming the 9 just got wore off. And it did test for silver. So I'm not sure what the blue inlay is on that. Maybe if you know, you could let us know in the comments below. This next piece, I wasn't sure what it was because it really fooled me about how lightweight it was. This, I knew those pieces, they look like abalone, the little inserts in there, but the silver around it to me looked like it could be sterling, but I just couldn't find anything on it. So I did Google Lens it, and I saw another one and it said sterling, and I just kept looking until I finally found it right there, very tiny, LUC 925. So I do think this is a sterling and abalone bracelet, and just really pretty. It was in really good condition too. I really like that piece a lot. Then I found these two little dangle earrings, and they are like red stones, which I think these are garnet. But I started looking around on those, and also they were marked 925. So, and now I'm starting to think, there's a lot of silver in this jar, like already, because I'm not expecting to find any. And now I've already found like several pieces. So this is where I was like, am I just lucky today or what? But you can see kind of real small right there. Both of those were marked 925. So I really like those pieces. So pretty. Now, I found this little earring in one of the jars, and it's a little baseball, and it's a little, a little tarnished, but I turned it over, and sure enough, it was also marked. It says Thailand, and it has the silver marking on there. So I only had one in the jar that I bought, the first jar. But then in the second jar was the match to it. So now I have a matching set. So these are sterling little baseballs, which are really cute. I thought those were cute. But I was like, okay, so I am lucky today. So, something's going on. I'm lucky. Then I saw this little stretch bracelet. Thought it was really pretty. I thought, oh, somebody probably made this. So I'm looking down at this little ribbon, like an awareness ribbon. Turn it over, and it's marked. It's marked sterling. So you guys tell me, is this normal to find this much sterling right off the bat when you open a jar? Because I thought I was being duped. Then I saw this chain. The chain's not really pretty itself. I don't think the chain is sterling, but I started looking at the closures. I think I learned that from you, Hannah, if you're watching. I think I remember you saying to look at the closures, because sometimes the closures themselves can be sterling. And sure enough, this one is marked sterling. So I don't think the chain itself is, but the little closure is marked as well. So I put that in my little pile of 925 or sterling silver. And then I found this little, I think this might have been a pendant. It's a little thing. It says Mom, and it's got like a little hook on it. Very, very tarnished. So it did not have a mate to it in the other jar as well. Turned it over. It's marked as well. Now, I did test that one just because it looked a little suspicious, but it did test as sterling silver. Then I found this bracelet. This bracelet, I just was about ready to just go, what is going on? So it's broke. I thought it looked kind of like a Pandora bracelet. But then I start looking at each of these charms. Every single one of these charms that are silver is marked 925. Then it has those really pretty glass beads in between, the horseshoe. Every single silver charm on that is marked
925 charm. So I don't know if this is like a Pandora bracelet or something. It has like actually I don't think it is, because I think it had like an LA on there. So even though that's broke, every single one of those charms was silver. At this point, I'm in a really good mood, and I pull out this little gold moon. Looks like it could be an earring, I think or maybe a pendant. Has a little hook. Can't find the mate to it, but I turn it over, and the dang thing's marked 14 karat. So I'm assuming this is 14 karat gold. I did not test it, but I'm just at this point, I'm like, is this real? Like, what's going on? So I'm going to put that in my little pile and maybe test that later just to make sure, but it is marked clearly 14 karat. I could not, if it is an earring, I can't find the other one. So it just was one that was in the jar. Then I found this pendant. This thing is beautiful. It looks antique to me because of the setting. If you'll see the way the setting is, I really want to say this might be 925 silver, sterling silver. I did not test this. I have not taken the time to do it yet, but it may have been marked on the back and just got worn off. But this thing is so pretty. It's like a lemon yellow citrine kind of color. It's very pretty. If you know what that is, or if you've seen something like that before, let me know. I really think it is just so pretty in person. I don't think it comes across on camera how pretty it is in person. And then I found a few more pieces that were just what I don't think they're real. Like this, I think is probably like faux coral and faux turquoise. I don't think this is real silver. It's just a stretch bracelet, but really pretty. I like the design on it. It was really nice. And then I found a few little necklace and earring sets, look like department store brands maybe. This one was really pretty with the orange and blue stones in it. And it doesn't have a mark on it, but it did have earrings that came that matched it. Then this really pretty blue set here, I think it's from Chico's. It had a long necklace, and it had this set of earrings with it. And they were like marked $21 while they were in the store, I think. And then it also had a really pretty bracelet with it. So just just a store brand, but really pretty set and in great condition. Oh yeah, here's where I remember that I forgot to show you my other pair of earrings that were marked. So these were really pretty with like faux pearl and then the silver background on these little stud earrings. And both of those were also marked 925. So I did put those in my sterling pile. I forgot to show those a few minutes ago. So I wanted to show you like this whole side on the left, that was sterling. And then this middle section is more of like costume jewelry. So this cross necklace, I think might be the brand 1928, which was also a department store brand. Really pretty. It looks like their style. It wasn't marked. It didn't have a hang tag on it, so I can't be for sure. And then these little earrings are Avon. They're so cute. These are the little elephant earrings where you can take it apart and just wear just his head, or you can put the body on and wear it together with the body. Then this is another really pretty stretchy bracelet. I think these are those black freshwater pearls. You can let me know if they're not, but I've seen these before. That was really pretty. Then this necklace had a lot of weight to it. It's like these really big faux pearls with like a closure, like a magnetic closure, like a little disco ball, and it had earrings that came with it. It feels like a pretty good set, like maybe a nicer high-end set like at a department store, but I couldn't really find it anywhere. So, and I don't see any markings on it. I'm not sure if any of that, I don't know if the little hooks on there are silver. I don't think so, but I do have that set in the nicer sets that I found. Then this pink set, I absolutely love this thing. First of all, the gold on it, like the metal felt heavy, so it has like some weight to it. It's not marked. I think it's just like gold plated or probably something like that, but really pretty like pink stones. And
And then it had earrings that came with it. And if you'll see right here on the closure, it's marked Givenchy. And I know that the Givenchy necklaces and jewelry that I've seen in the store are upwards of like 70, 80 bucks. So it is like a higher end name brand. So I think this set is really nice. The earrings did not have backs on them, but they were a matching set to that necklace, and it is really pretty. Another thing that's really pretty in person, more so than it's showing on here. I found this little gold parrot pin. He wasn't marked or anything, but in really good condition. I thought he was cute. These little earrings that I'm sure somebody made, little Bonbon Creations, little Christmas earrings. I actually have some just like that our aunt made me for last Christmas or the Christmas before. And then this little necklace was not marked, but it's just like two little copper disc. It has a little marking on it, but I'm not familiar with that brand. So that's a cute little necklace that was in there as well. And then this really pretty little cross necklace on a cord. I thought that was really pretty, and it was in good condition. And I don't think it was marked at all. I'm looking there at the closure, but I don't see any markings on it. Still really, really pretty though. And then I think that I found this bracelet that for a minute I was like, hey, am I real lucky? Is this David Yurman? Because if you guys know, the David Yurman bracelets are like really expensive, like $1,000, like $2,000. But I knew right away, I was like, this is like a knockoff brand. And I think it's missing like one tiny little stone too. It's like missing one little black stone right there. Or else this would have been kind of cool knockoff of a David Yurman. But I can't be that lucky. So no $1,000 bracelets were found, even though it was my lucky day. But I did find one that looked like $1,000. This little brooch shows some wear. It has the Premier Designs little crown and the PD on the back. So I think that's Premier Designs. So you guys let me know. I don't know if Premier Designs is sterling, but I didn't check it. This little angel is a pin and a pendant. And I've seen these before. I want to say these are made in Mexico. It has a little bit of copper on it, and it's like a mixed metal type jewelry art, a real big substantial looking piece. And then also in that same jar was the Santa that also looks like the angel. Those were also, I believe, made in Mexico. The cool thing about the Santa is he does come with matching earrings. So there were two little earrings in there that match the Santa. I think he's pretty cool. Then I found some random pins. This is like a little safety pin style brooch where it has these little silver children hanging off of it. It's not sterling, but they're very cute. It looks like you can just add little children for how many children you have. Then I found this little Raggedy Ann pin. And she looks like the Hallmark brand, but I don't know. She's not marked on the back. And then this is a Cherished Teddy, which is perfect for this season right now with the little jack-o'-lantern on there. He was in there. Found this little angel. She's like a little pewter angel. And then I found this ornament, which is a little tree ornament. And it's marked on there, I think like 1993. Also probably made of pewter. And this little bracelet here was in there. It's cute as well. I really like the little stones on that one. It was not marked. And then this little brooch right here was really interesting. It was missing some stones, which is a bummer, but it had a little marking on the back with like some numbers on it, but it was like more like maybe the manufactured number or something, because it was like random numbers. So I'm not sure what that is. I did Google Lens it and it came up with a few different things that it could be. This little bird necklace is so pretty, and this is the Plunder brand. I've seen these necklaces before. It has a little hang tag on it. It says Plunder, but I think they're so sweet with the little different colored little stones on there, and then the little bird. at the bottom. So I thought he was really cute. And then I found this little spring bracelet, and it's actually missing a little stone right there. So it was in there as well, but it was not in the greatest of shape. Then I forgot I did find this Origami Owl, which is the name brand, this little charm necklace where it has, you know, they would sell these and then you could buy the little charms and the little gemstones to put inside that like screws off. And then you can put that in there. You can also change like that little centerpiece that says blessed. This is the Origami Owl little mark on there. And this was with that necklace. It's just like a little add-on piece of like a locket heart. But that was a really nice necklace and the chain looked really nice. So I checked the chain and the little closure, little piece on the chain is marked Italy 925. So I do think that that necklace is probably sterling. I just forgot to show it in the beginning because it's a really nice necklace. It looks really nice. And then these were the size of the jars that they came out of. So it was these 2 jars. And then what's left in here is just kind of broken pieces, some plastic, a few things that needed another plunder necklace, but it's got like some missing paint. And then like some random earrings that didn't have matches. And then these watches, of course, they're just like watch parts. I need to check these charms because they could possibly be silver. I like this little turkey charm. And then I found that this one was in the mix and it is marked on the back, 925. So one more piece of silver to add. And then jewelry people, can you help me with this? What do you think these beads are made of? I don't know if that helps you to hear what they sound like. They feel heavy, so they're heavy like a stone, do not feel like wood, but if you know what that is, that's also a very pretty necklace that was in there. And then the one that I'm wearing, this was really pretty too, and had some weight to it, but super nice. And it was marked right here. You can see that. Monet on that one. Really nice, and honestly goes really great with my tennis bracelet from Hannah. Thanks, Hannah. What do you guys think? Was that a good jewelry jar? Like, I'm interested to know, especially from you guys that do jewelry channels or know more about jewelry than I do. Is that not really common, like for the price? I will tell you the price of the jar, and the one that I got was $25. And then my husband went back and got the second jar and he spent $30 on that. So $55 is what we spent. So do you think that was worth it or not? This video was a little different. I hope you enjoyed it. This was kind of like an homage to my jewelry friends. Love you so much. And I will link their channels below. So if you do not follow them, check it out. If you like it, subscribe. And you too will find out that it's going to bring out your inner Yukon Cornelius. You are then going to be on the hunt for jewelry, because it's fun to sell. If you like reselling content, but maybe jewelry's not your jam, then please check out some of my other videos, because I do have a whole lot more videos about different things. If you would like to watch those, I will always link one at the end of this video that you can click on. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would. I am almost, well, not almost. I mean, I probably need 50 more people to get to 1,000 subscribers, but that would be a fun milestone if I can get to that. I thank everybody that has already subscribed, and those of you that follow me, thank you so much. Love this little YouTube community. I'll have a new video for you next week. Thanks for coming along for this video, even though it was a little different than my regular content. I really appreciate you. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you really soon in the next video.